Good morning, everybody. Sorry, it's a little bit like of an earthquake right now. I'm still sort of figuring this stuff out. Good morning, everybody. This is Waking Up with me. So I thought this morning we could start with a little bit of breath work. You never know what you're going to really get, you know, when you come wake up with me. This is not like just like a yoga thing. This is let's open up, let's feel good, and let's expand our bodies and have a good time. And hopefully at the end of this, we're smiling and not like hunched over hurting. That's sort of the idea. I got my OJ here. It feels good. Okay, so I'm gonna take a couple steps back. Actually, I'm gonna bring my stool with me. And I'm gonna move my mat back here. So you don't necessarily need a mat. You can have a mat. It's totally optional, whatever you would like. But let's do a little bit of breath work this morning. So whether you're seated or you're standing, doesn't matter. All right. So the idea of this, I want us to get into our bodies, become really present with what's happening, and just feel good. All right. Whatever little sensations that come up, whether they're aches or we'll call them pains, uncomfortabilities, let them float through. Oh, and by the way, right now I have my driveway is getting ready to get paved, so let me just really quick peek. I think they're here, but my dogs might bark a little bit, so you might have a little bit of extra, you know, music in the background. Okay, so we want to have one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, and this is one of the quickest ways to get out of our head, is with our breath. So if you're seated, make sure you are on those sits bones, CYA. Just so you know, if you like this video, click like, subscribe it, and then don't start any program or anything like that unless doctor said it's okay, or you feel, you know, you're good to start a exercise programs. It's not really exercise, but just need to say these things. It's a shame, but anyway, okay. So again, sits bones. We don't want to be sitting down that tailbone. We probably do that quite a bit already. Tippy tap. Sheldon says good morning as well. So my beagles will probably, you can't have my orange juice, might join us. Okay. So let's take maybe about, I don't know, 4 to 5 breaths, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, getting rid of that sort of stale air that's been sitting and settling in the lungs all night. So inhaling. Exhaling. Just like you're blowing that balloon up. And if you want to see me from the side here, nice tall body, ears over the shoulders. Again, nice inhale. Then blow it out, blow all that air out. Notice the hands on the body, how it feels, how the body is moving with the breath. So again, this is one of the quickest ways to get out of that head, out of that monkey mind that sometimes runs rampant throughout our day, is just taking maybe 4 to 5 breaths. It doesn't have to be inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. It could be inhale and exhale through the nose. But the idea is just noticing the body, noticing the movement, and it lets everything else just fall away. Our breath is the quickest bridge, and it bridges that gap from the mind to the body. Good. Let's take one more. Good. And whether you're seated or standing, let's draw the arms out here. Inhale the arms up and exhale them down. Actually, my body's saying it wants to stand, so I'm going to go ahead and remove my stool, take a sip of my orange juice. Throughout this, you know, drink some water, orange juice. The dogs might get a little rowdy, just so you know. Enjoy that energy. Inhale and exhale. Still going through, exhaling through the mouth. Good. Let's bring your feet in just a little bit. I like to have them under the hips, point the toes forward. I want you to just do some little rocking for me. Yeah, you're gonna get a little bit of this. This is super fun. A lot of people sometimes like, I don't know why they enjoy it. The dogs are wrestling. So you're gonna rock up on the balls of the feet, lift the heels, sit back, ooh, don't fall, and back. Again, nice and tall on the body. Rocky, rocky. Woo! Good, now from here, let's pick one knee up and put it down. One knee up, put it down. Now let's do a knee up and like a circle out, opening the hips. Knee up, circle out, opening up the hips. Now, bring it out and bring it in. Bring it out and bring it in. Let's do that all together again. So up and down, up and down, up, out, and down, up, out, and down. Now the other direction, and crazy dog, and then down. Good. From here, bring the hips or the feet in just a little bit more maybe, but not completely touching. We don't want that. We want them out a little bit so we have some movement. We want to do some hip rotations. Ooh, baby. So this is not your torso rotating. This is your hips moving and opening up. So good morning, everybody. Waking up, waking up. I don't know if you had your coffee or not, if you're just sitting there watching me drinking coffee or maybe eating dinner, because later on this will be on YouTube. And you might do this at night. Who knows? Maybe you want to go to bed with, well, I said that before, but not really go to bed. You know what I mean? Just, this can be done, what we're doing here, whenever. Just noticing the body. And let's take our hands or fists and just nice little movement here on the low back. Loving our low back and their kidney area. Good. And then from here, depending on our flexibility, we can push our palms into the low back and lift it open the chest. Or we do your fists. Lift and open. So we're not bringing that head back. We're just lifting up and expanding the spine. Good. From here, I want us to inhale those arms up and let's just come forward. Now, this is where a block or a dog or a stool come in handy. So we're coming forward with that hold. And I mentioned last week, if you can't bring your head below your heart, you want to bring your head up. Then we'll do what's called monkey pose in yoga. Or if you can, just bring it all the way down. All the way down. Moving the arms just heavy. Letting the shoulders release. Now we're going to pick those flowers, or pick those weeds. And what I want us to do is take a step out with our legs, and then we're going to do this sort of rotation around the spine. So the idea is we're picking, oh, they're going crazy now. Is we're picking, and then as we begin to move to the side, pick a little bit more. Again, think about that rotation around the spine. Hold on, I need to close them out because they're crazy. They'll probably just come busted in again, but that's okay. All right, so around the spine, breathe. And then as we begin to move side to side, oh, here they come. Hold this. Yep, there's Luna. And then you're going to start lifting the torso and lifting it up, bring it up. She's very unsure of what's happening. I close the door and then it's open. And so roll those shoulders. Nice. And then rolling forward. We actually that's probably a little easier because that's the position we're in a lot more. We're not usually back. And now we're going to take a little step forward with a chest opener. So keep those feet under the hips. So when we step out, make sure they stay same distance. So right leg is going to come forward and we're going to open the chest. So like this. Bend the knee and open and then switch. So sort of like a mini lunge. So like, got it? Good. Coming at ya. Boom. So one thing you do want to be mindful of is this front knee. You want to keep it over the ankle. Some people do that. You want to keep it there. So just check yourself. A couple more. Nice. All right. Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it in. Bring it in. Okay. Let's lift the right arm up and then over. down, the left arm up, push that palm to the ceiling. If you notice, I'm not just reaching my fingertips, I'm turning the palm up and then over. This is going to be leading to our next piece. Woo. Breathe up and over, just open the side body up, just nice and easy. So have you said thank you to your body yet this morning? Thank you, body. Just keep that mindset as we're doing this, just having gratitude for our body and being grateful for it. So now I want you to bring your legs out, pretty wide. So we're going to be beyond the shoulders, not quite double the shoulders, but somewhere in between shoulders and a half, maybe, I guess. So turn the toes out about 45, so not forward facing, out 45. And then bring your hands at your waist. Now I want you to bring your knees out to point towards those toes. And again, we're going to open up these hips here just a little bit. Now, a little key thing here, relax your jaw. Well, why did you say relax your jaw? Well, because there's a relationship between the jaw and the hips. So if your jaw is relaxed, your hips release even better. It's actually a thing when you have childbirth, believe it or not. They tell you to relax your jaw, relax your face, and breathe easy. It allows things to open up a lot easier. Good. One more. Perfect. So from here, just make sure you feel pretty stable with the legs. Again, you don't have to have a mat. Towel is fine. You can just do this on the floor. Now we're going to take those palms that we did before. I want you to face them up. Good. And then just bend the knees a little bit, not a lot. And I want you to reach with the right, all the way down into the waist. Reach with the left. Reach with both palms. Breathe in, and then as you exhale, we're going to dip down and like we're scooping something in front of us. Ooh, bring it up to the chest. And then press the backs of the hands out. Knees are slightly bent. Relax the shoulders. Turn the palms over. Good. Push it out. Good. Turn the palms up. Bring it back. Good. Stand up just a little. And again, palms up. Reach all the way down into the waist. Reach all the way down to the waist. And dip it down, dip it down, dip it down. Bring it up. Knees are slightly bent. Back to the hands are pushing out. Turn the palms over, push it out. Elbows are relaxed. Drop the shoulders. Good. Turn the palms over. Bring it up. Let's do that one more time. Turn the palms up. I found something similar to this in an art called Bagua, P-A-K-U-A, Bagua. It's pieces of it, and we would actually do some of these Qigong moves to open up the body. Because you see, where you focus, where you concentrate, energy goes. Good, and bring it up. Ooh, oh, good. Bring it in just a little, and do the hippie shake. Shake it out all over. Okay. All right. So we're going to do this Tai Chi exercise I did with you guys last week. Bring the feet in just a little bit and just remember that Ace Ventura movie I told you about when nature calls. He's in the jungle and he's getting shot with these darts that make his limbs go like numb, and so he can't feel his arms, and he's just like right. So that's what I want you to envision: relaxing those arms, relaxing those shoulders. They're lifted up so high all the time. I see people like this. Well, not exactly, but it's very similar. So we want to open and relax. You see, the more we open our bodies, the more we relax our bodies, the more ease we have with it, the better we feel. You know, when people are stiff or tight, a lot of times they complain they have pain. Well, nothing can move through that body because it's like stiff and you're walking around like this. There's no movement, there's nothing, there's no fluidity, there's no flexibility in the area. So this isn't about like, you know, becoming Gumby and like, you know, a pretzel. This is just about opening the body and being really present with it. Again, body creation coaching is about creating with our bodies, not against it or destroying it. Okay, good. Oh, nice. So, let's just roll those wrists a little bit. Let's open and close the hands. Good, one at a time. Making fists, rolling the wrists. Whew, how we doing? How we doing? Yeah, feeling good? What we got? Wow, it's amazing. Time just flies when we're having fun, right? All right, so let's take and open the fingers. This is a good one for me. Because I do massage all the time. Just open the fingers, or you can do it this way too. Basically what you're doing is you're just taking your fingers and you're finding a surface to open them up on. A lot of times in the morning, my middle finger gets a little, what they call trigger finger, and it just the tendon's so tight from working, it'll sort of not completely lock, but it pops. And a good way to avoid trigger finger, or if you're starting to feel like you have that, is by stretching your fingers, stretching your hands, opening the fingers, massaging the hands. Massage your hands. Take your thumb and just kind of roll into the palm here. Okay, nice. Awesome, awesome. Okay. I'm going to get down on the mat. I want to do a few things for the back today and a couple things for the core, and then just maybe a couple other things for the low back. So I'm just going to pull it down just a hair here. There's Sheldon there. He's going. Okay, I'll keep it at warm for you, Mom. And my orange shoes there. Okay. So again, you don't need a mat, but if you have one, that's great. If not, no worries. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay all the way back. All right, bring your feet in. So your heels, like if you bring your hands down, you can touch your heels. So we're going to do a little bit of bridge work. If you have like a block or a rolled up blanket, you can put it between the legs. It's not necessary, but it's just an option. And why is that? Well, because it'll actually help starting to strengthen your hips just a little bit more. Toes are going to be forward, heels are going to be down. Like I said, they're going to be working outside. So I'm going to close this here. So hopefully it's a little bit quieter. I do apologize, but beagles. Okay. So bringing this here. Hands are down, and we're going to lift. So from here, your hands to your heels, toes again forward, and then we're going to push into the heels and just do a little bit of movement here below the body. So we're pushing into the heels, we're activating the hips, activating the glutes and the posterior chain, so the low back. And now we're going to go up, we're going to lift. I do apologize about the barking. It's just comes with the territory. Okay, so go ahead and do a couple of those. I'm going to go ahead and close the door downstairs so maybe it'll alleviate some of the barking here. Part of waking up with me, but waking up with me does include my beagles. So there you go. All right, so toes forward. So again, working that posterior chain. Now we're going to add an element. Just going to bring the arms back and down. This doesn't have to. You don't have to lift real tall. You can just be an inch. Go, flow through that. Breathe, lift, and down. Good. Let's do one more. Go ahead and lift, and just do a little hold here. Go ahead and open the chest. Now, with your chin, I want you to lift it to the ceiling just a little bit, and take 2 nice deep breaths in and out. Ooh, my belly rumbles. Ooh. One more. This is a great one to help strengthen that low back. Good, and bring it down. I might have to close the door again. we'll see. Awesome. From here, what I want us to do is we're just going to simply have our legs, knees together. And we're just going to move side to side here. Got it? Opening up the low back. Now we can also have the arms out like so. Yeah, and just open up that low back. We just worked it. We want to love it. So we work our bodies like, what, all the time. Gardening, lifting things, moving things. How much do we love it? And how much are we kind to our bodies? Okay, a couple more. Hi, Sheldon. There's Sheldon. He's got happy tail syndrome. He talked to him and he gets happy tail. Sheldon. Happy tail, happy tail, happy tail, happy tail. Yep, see how fast we can get it going. Good. All right, from here, let's draw the knees into the chest and just a little side to side. So I'm going to rest for a second. And breathe. Good. From here, bring your hands down. Lift those legs nice and tall to the ceiling. Push those heels up and then pull the toes towards you. A little stretch in the calf and the hamstring. And we're going to do a little heel touch. So I'm going to scoop up just a little bit because I know I might be off screen. So we're going to bring the leg all the way down. Up and touch the heel and slide it in. So it looks like this here. We're just going to bring it down and slide it in. Okay. I haven't still quite figured out the video with this, but hey, it's cool. So bring one down, soft touch, and just slide that heel in. That's all we're doing. I know. Okay. And this helps release that low back as well. Let's take our hands to the waist. Dun, dun, dun. We're doing superhero pose on the floor here. And I just want us to do some pelvic tilts. Oh boy, here comes Toby. How do the animals follow me or find me? Because it's funny, I'll be downstairs doing stuff and then now I'm upstairs and here comes Toby. He's like, he knows, right? So, and he's blind and deaf. That's what I'm saying. He's got super senses. All right, so we're gonna, from here, hands on the waist. I want you to push your low back. So your low back, you might feel a little gap between you and the floor or the mat or whatever. I just want you to take your low back and push it down. Now what you might notice here is a little pop under the fingers. Those are your abdominal muscles. It's amazing. You do have them. I promise they're there. And release. A little squeeze down and release. So what we're doing here is just retraining and strengthening as well the low back. Because you see, when we squeeze, when we do this squeeze in yoga, they call it a bandha, your mula bandha. Mula bandha, it sounds so fun. What it is it's like a natural back brace. So when you squeeze and you're holding and you're like doing stuff around the house, like I'm not squeezing this like all 24/7. But when I'm doing stuff, I do a little squeeze and it does help support the back. And it also helps if like you have a deep pelvic tilt and strain on the low back, it'll help with that. Nice. Good. Okay. All right, so from here, bring those knees into the chest again. I want you to roll to the side. Make that fun noise when you do it. Take and press yourself up to seated. And now, we're going to do something a little bit fun. And we're going to do a little balancing. Then we're going to pretty much be done, but that's okay, right? Okay, we're going to stand up without the use of our hands. Cool. Or maybe the use of one hand to start if you really need some help. So the idea here is working on your balance, working with your body to be able to maneuver if you need to without no hands. So go ahead, there's a couple ways you can do this. You can put one leg underneath, you can rock forward, you know, some people will be like, well, how do I do this? Usually you put one leg underneath, one leg on top, and you rock forward. And from here, if you do need one hand, go ahead and you can use that. Or if you can do here, and straighten that one leg, and up you go. It's going to be all kinds of craziness today here in my house with the dogs. So you got lots of action. Okay, so however you got up, awesome, good job. How are we feeling? Are we having a good time? I want you smile? I want you to laugh a little bit. Woo! Okay, this is about just feeling good in the body and waking up. Okay, now that we're up, let's do a little bit of balancing. All right. I don't feel like we really do that sometimes enough this morning. I was going, I haven't done any balancing in a little bit. So just go ahead and just pick one leg up and pull one leg down. All right. And just sort of feel the feet, feel the legs. And I want you to notice when you're standing here, sort of the edges of the feet, the ball of the foot, the toes, the outer edge, the heel. All right. And just notice. I want you to notice how you are balanced. Are you weighted forward? Are you weighted back? Are you weighted more on one side than the other? Or do you feel pretty even? Now, we usually have one side that we tend to lean on a lot more than the other, or maybe a little bit more. So this is just something to begin to be aware of throughout your day. Because you might find that all of a sudden this hip is bothering you. Well, is it because you're doing this all the time? And then when you walk, you're doing this? You know, so it's just becoming aware of what we're doing in our bodies is going to make all the difference. Okay, so there we go. So you feel pretty balanced. Have your knees be soft. So we're not going to do any traditional yoga stuff. We're just going to we're going to lean to the right side. Now, when you lean to that right side, I want you to push in and engage those muscles. Now, don't lock the knee. Keep it soft, but straighten the leg. Make those muscles in the hip work. Because we worked them a little bit already, and bring this left leg up. From here, if that feels good, you're like, whoa, I'm already wobbly. You can touch the wall if you need to, or if you have a piece of furniture, or I don't know, maybe not a wobbly partner here. And then I want you to just press that heel out in front. Good. Bring it in, and down we go. Now when you touch down, easy soft touch. Lean to the other side, push in, lift the body, bring that other leg up. Try to get that thigh parallel to the floor. If you're just right here, maybe bend that foot and put it in front of the other knee. It's a little trick. Ooh, baby. That's right. And press it out. And here comes Toby, the balance destroyer, I feel like. I don't know, we'll see. And bring it down. Now go ahead and do a little ankle rotations. Oh, he's making noise. He usually only meows in the morning at 6 in the morning, sometimes 5:30, just depending when he's hungry. Now you can tell he is like skin and bones, right? Good, the ankle rotations. Let's do that one more time. Oh, how are we doing? How are we feeling? A little loosey, maybe a little goosey, loosey-goosey, a little crazy. All right, so again, lean to that right side. Oh, I got a challenge here today. Again, this knee still should be soft when you push in. Bring this leg up, and if this is all you're doing, that's fine. That's fine. Just bring that up, and if you're a little wobbly, it means things are working, things are shifting, and then if you want, push that foot out. Whoa! Now this is a little bit of your core work, just saying. I was talking about earlier. Because if you feel that your core here is engaging, and then what we were doing on the mat was a little bit of core with the belly, and then bring it out. Bring it in, and soft touch down. Whew. Ankle rotations all day long. All right, good. And then I did this one last week. I want you to do a little open and a little hug and come up on the balls of the feet. So like what we did in the beginning when we were rocking. Okay, this is something that came from Bagua as well. It's an opening here in the chest. Come up on the balls of the feet and just bring the hands behind like you're giving a little hug to yourself, and then make sure you switch left over right, right over left. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose, and you come up. Good. And from here, breathe in a little, tap down, breathe up. Looking up. And then bring those hands down in front, palms down. Keep those palms horizontal to the floor, parallel to the floor. And then bring the fingers down. Wow! All right. Are you awake yet? Are you awake? Huh? 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 All right. So there you go. Well, craziness out there. So we're gonna cut it right now. So good morning. Hopefully you have an amazing day. Let me know how you feel after doing these little wake ups. I mean, it's nothing big. This is just getting into our body, and notice what it does for your day versus maybe other days of the week that you're not doing this. And if this is something that you're like, you know what, I really enjoy doing this, let me know. Maybe we'll do some more. Maybe I'll add another day or two. Who knows? You know, sky's the limit. All right, guys, girls, have an awesome day, guys. And I will check you later. See you next week. Bye.